Hi folks, welcome back to our channel. Today we're adding new country and new city on our list. It's New York. We have several videos from the city on the way, so make sure to subscribe and click that notification bell to get all the latest updates from us. When someone says a park in New York City, you probably think Central Park, right? And yes, it's very prominent, it's noticeable, it has already become New York's iconic landmark. Well, the city that never sleeps has several new parks and urban spaces that have been opened in the last decade or so, and they have already become new attractions for tourists and residents. And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. Also, since all the objects we are covering today are located in the same area, this can be a nice walking route covered on one day. Keep that in mind, as this can be a good option for you if you have limited time in New York City. We have a lot to say about the subject, so stay tuned till the end of this video to hear what we liked and what we hated about them. Let's start with High Line, a unique project of repurposing abandoned railway infrastructure and creating a green, futuristic oasis in the center of the big city. It was open in stages, with the latest one launching in 2014 and was actually inspired by a similar project from Paris. High Line is currently almost 2.5 kilometers long and can take you from the new building of Whitney's Museum all the way to Hudson Yards area. It's a nice walkable linear park, which also has attractions along the way, like the already mentioned Whitney's Museum, Chelsea Market, the Little Island, and many interesting buildings along the way, like the one created by famous architect Zaha Hadid. Things to mention. It's a repurposed space. An abandoned industrial area was reshaped into a vibrant, developing city neighborhood. It inspired development of surrounding areas as well, and revitalized the city and brought artists and businesses to it. High Line gives you a different perspective on the city. Nice view on the street from the elevated viewpoint. The next one on our list is the Little Island. You can actually access it from the High Line if you walk from Whitney's or from the 14th Street. It's a fairly new project. It only launched in 2021. It occupies the area of Pier 55, but it doesn't use any of the old structures. It is fully artificially created. The island is made of 132 concrete tulip pods, which vary in height and square of the surface they cover. Planting on the island is arranged in a special color scheme and has almost 400 different species of plants. This urban park is intended to excite the visitors from the moment they set foot on it and every turn of the way. This just to show you that not always you need a land to create a beautiful park. park also has an amphitheater, which is facing west, and I can only imagine what beautiful sunset view it must have. Notable things to mention. The park is built with the 500-year flood in mind, meaning it is protected from the water level up to 3.4 meters. The materials used in building and decorating the park are of highest quality. No less than 51% of the tickets for any events in the amphitheater are mandated to cost less than $30, including free tickets. The park is located in a walking distance from the High Line, but not in direct access, which most likely prompt future development of the area between the two attractions to connect them. Back on the High Line, you can proceed all the way to the last section of this linear park, which is Hudson Yards. As you exit the park, you appear to be teleported from the literal green jungle to a concrete jungle surrounded by tall, faceless glass buildings. You feel the contrast right away. Hudson Yards has two prominent art objects, cultural center called the Shed and a climbable structure called Vessel. Both objects were opened in 2019 and both have been criticized by local communities as well as the art community, especially for the budget spent on their creation. The Shed is a retractable structure that allows to expand the space and accommodate big events. The wraparound shell is made of exposed steel frame, which is covered in a fluorine-based plastic. It has thermal properties of insulating glass with a fraction of a weight. The shell can fully open and close in just 5 minutes. The vessel's only purpose was the viewpoint. Nothing wrong with that, but when you hear about its budget of $75 million, expanded to $200 million at the end of construction, you may start to have some questions. Other issues with the structure included copyright policy, where the owners of the structure reserved all the rights for all the photos taken of the structure, accessibility of the building, which mainly has stairs and only one elevator. But the biggest issue was with suicides that took place on the vessel in 2020 and 2021, when 4 people jumped from the structure and died. After this, it was decided to close it indefinitely. Notable things to mention. There are some controversies related to the launch and the use of vessel. Another thing to mention is the budget of the whole project in general, not just the vessel. It's been inflating from year to year during construction. Another thing that we noticed, it was the balance and the shape of the buildings, of the walkable area. For example, the vessel. It's a very Instagrammable object, looks very attractive and shiny on the pictures. From the inside though, the shape creates inverted perspective where object appears shorter and less spacious because of its stepping out nature. Reflecting properties of the inside adds to the anxiety that is created by the space. It is not a pleasant feeling to be inside. The whole area of Hudson Yards is not very walkable and is not up to scale to human height, because usually, as they say, it has to be 4 meters from the ground, which is a walkable space and what the human eyes can capture. Not only captured by eyes, but also that's the kind of like a street wall that you interact with, where you engage with the buildings, there where attraction points are, like restaurants, cafes, could be a gallery. But here we see oversized, blown up volume, and there is no regard to the human. And this was our quick walk in the New York City and our daily observations that we wanted to share with you, our subscribers. Please let us know in the comments what is your favorite park or area in New York City, And what would you recommend for us to visit next time?
We do have one more urban park or area to mention, but we'll be covering it in our next video dedicated to Brooklyn, so stay tuned.
Thank you for watching this video. We hope you liked it and found it useful for your next trip in New York. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more videos like this. Till next time.